How's it going, guys? Noners here, back at it again with another video. In today's video, we're just going to make a quick guide on Obor because there's a lot of people new to the game with mobile. I just figured I would go through a lot of the newer bosses, or not the newer bosses, but a lot of the free-to-play / low-level bosses. Kind of give a guide out for them just so you guys get a general idea of what to do with these bosses. This boss is a free-to-play boss, so you don't really have to have that high of requirements. Getting there, we need to go to this house right here. If you have a brass key, if you don't, you need to go to the Edgefield dungeon up here and then go the long way around. But we will do that. We'll open the door, climb down the ladder. And after we climb down the ladder, we head southwest through the hill giants, of course, and there will be this gate right here. You have to have a giant key to fight this boss, and in order to get a giant key, you need to kill hill giants, cyclopses, and I believe one other monster drops them. The hill giants, I believe, drop them at 1 out of 128, so it is kind of rare to get one of these keys. But once you do have it, just use the key on the gate and you will get to the boss fight. So before we go in there, I just want to go over a few requirements and gear setup. I'm just going with a budget setup. Keep in mind this is a free-to-play boss, so you could get away with wearing a rune skimmy, a rune shield, and just a few other things you can change out that is free to play. My skills are a lot higher than need for this boss. You could probably get away with just having 50 in each of your combat skills, or at least 50 in your melee stats, and you should be fine. Just bring a full inventory of food, preferably lobsters or better, and then I'm bringing a super combat potion just because I had one in my bank. At the very least, you should probably bring at least a super strength potion so that you can boost your strength and hit higher. But, if you can have a super set, you'd probably be doing great with that as well. If you want to get there quicker, definitely bring a brass key. Of course, you'll need a giant key to get into the boss fight. And then one thing worth noting, bring an escape telly to teleport out just in case you do end up getting close to death, because this is an instant boss fight. If you do die in the instance, you will lose all your items. You cannot go back to get it because once you die, that instance is lost. So, just a rule of thumb, do not take anything that you don't want to lose. If you go in there with decent stats, you probably shouldn't have any issues killing this boss, but just bring something that you're okay with losing if you do end up dying, or just bring an escape telly. When you get close, just telly out. That being said, though, let's jump down and start killing this boss. Okay, so we're just about to go down into the lair. Click on yes after you click on the gate. It'll take you down here. One thing worth noting before we do jump in there as well, do not use any protection prayers because he will automatically switch to the opposite attack style. He can use range mage and melee. It's just basically giving you a warning, if you die down here you'll lose everything, so just make sure you know that you shouldn't die down here. The fight will not happen until you climb down the rocks. Once you climb down, just make sure you're next to a wall. That way he can't throw you across the room. Oh, I should have probably used my super strength or my super combat before. See, that's what I was trying to tell you not to do. You want to stand kind of next to this wall over here so that he cannot use that attack on you again and throw you just against this wall, and you won't be moving so far. This fight probably won't take too much because I am higher combat. This boss is geared more towards lower level, but just so you guys know, his max hit is a 26, so always keep your health above 26 so that he can't one-hit you. You can't really safe spot this boss, so just, bring a bunch of food if you're low level. Don't really pray for anything because he will always switch his attack style. First kill, we got 50 big bones. You always get an ensouled giant head as well as an unnoted big bone. So it's not too bad. I believe that's only like, what, 10k? Oh, almost 15k. So it's a pretty decent low level boss. Keep in mind it does take a while to get these keys from the hill giants, but once you do, it just kind of boosts some money from them. So this is pretty much just a basic boss, so pretty much all you have to do is continue, oh nice, got another giant key, but continue watching your health, stay up against the wall right here so it can't throw you, and then just keep eating when you get low health. There's not really a whole lot to this boss. You can't really pray against it like I did say, but it's just one where you just kind of keep an eye on your health, eat up to full, and then rinse and repeat. Every time you do want to kill this boss, though, you do have to climb up the rocks, exit the gate, and then come back in to reset the boss. But yeah, that being said, I will kill it the rest of my keys and show you guys the loot, and then I will be back when I do that. So this kill, I got a rune full helm. That's probably the best kill so far. I believe the kills probably average between 10k to 30k worth of loot, the rune items being worth the most, and the bone / cosmic runes being the least. But there is potential to make something. The rare drop that you're looking for on this boss is the giant club, I believe it's called, and it's worth roughly 1 million GP, I think. But yeah, that was my third kill, and I have one more to go. So my fourth and final kill, I got 14,000 GP. It's not too bad. Like I said, average between 10 to 20 GP between all these drops. But I believe that should do it with me on this video. If you guys did find this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button. And if you guys would like to subscribe to get notified right away when I post new content, consider doing that as well. I do have a Twitter that I will be linking in the description down below. If you guys want to follow that, I will also be posting some of my content on there. But without further ado, I will see you guys in my next video.